During Senate floor remarks on Wednesday, Senator Catherine Cortez Masto marked the 5-year anniversary of the Route 91 Harvest Music Festival shooting. The Las Vegas shooting, which left 58 people dead, remains the worst mass shooting in U.S. history. Cortez Masto decried the countless mass shootings that have followed the Las Vegas tragedy. She praised President Joe Biden and Democrats for passing the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act, which aims to combat gun violence.
Madam President.
The senior senator from Nevada.
Madam President, 5 years ago this Saturday, my hometown of Las Vegas endured one of the darkest days in its history. On a beautiful autumn evening, the Route 91 Harvest Music Festival was interrupted when a gunman showered the concert with bullets from a high-rise hotel room. Those who were at the festival, including my niece, at first thought the gunshots were fireworks, but they soon realized that something much more deadly was unfolding. 58 people lost their lives that night, and 2 more have died in the years since the attack. Over 850 people were wounded, and tens of thousands who attended the concert or helped respond to the shooting bear the visible and invisible scars of that night. It's hard to overstate the scale of the devastation of that night, and it remains the worst mass shooting in modern American history. As soon as the gunfire broke out, first responders sprang into action, as did ordinary citizens, turning concert barriers into stretchers and trucks and cars into makeshift ambulances. Doctors and nurses rushed to hospitals, and thousands of people lined up all over the state to donate blood. Individuals and businesses contributed food, blankets, airline tickets home, or whatever survivors might need. At the worst of times, Nevadans came together to support one another, and they have worked to help each other ever since. Local businesses have supported the construction of a healing garden. The commission working on a permanent memorial continues to make progress, and this summer it invited the public to participate in its planning. And scholarship funds and activity groups continue their work to support the children of victims and survivors. And this weekend in Las Vegas, thanks to the work of the Vegas Strong Resiliency Center, bereaved families, survivors, first responders, and community members will light lanterns together to honor the strength, the light, and resilience of the Las Vegas community. The fact is, though, that trauma leaves its marks. Many of those touched by the Route 91 attack say that the shooting created a permanent before and after for them. It fundamentally changed their lives. And America has seen far too many of these mass attacks, from Orlando to San Jose, Parkland to Buffalo. More recently, of course, this summer saw the horrific shooting in Uvalde, Texas, of 19 students and 2 teachers. In the wake of Uvalde, Route 91 survivors, Gina and Marissa Morano, came to see me. They're sisters whose experiences at the festival inspired them to work for change. They told me that knowing how difficult it had been for them as survivors of a mass attack, they could not imagine what children who survived Uvalde were going through. And so they were in Washington to call once again for change. This time, they succeeded. Over the summer, Congress passed and the President signed the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act, which contains a range of common sense provisions to reduce gun violence in America. I can't emphasize this accomplishment enough. People thought that passing bipartisan gun safety legislation was impossible. But because of the work and the dedication and advocacy of so many, including Route 91 survivors like Marissa and Gina, we got it done. I'm especially proud that I was able to help secure enhanced background checks for those under 21 years of age, as well as additional mental health funding that is needed in our schools. Many survivors will be the first to say The work isn't finished yet. That was a first step. We still have more to do, and I agree with them. They're going to continue to push for common sense reforms, and I will support them, as I always have. Because these shootings are just devastating for whole communities, we have to do something. I know for many in Las Vegas and all over Nevada, this week especially, will bring difficult reminders of that dark day 5 years ago. But it will also bring a renewed determination to heal, to memorialize, to honor those who were affected, and to work toward a safer future. Madam President, I will continue to stand with my hometown and with those survivors, not only in Nevada but across the country, and to do everything that I can to work for the same goals that they care about. Thank you, and I yield the floor.
Madam President,
The senior senator from Iowa.